A very good morning, team. Welcome back to another daily market outlook. Now, we're going to start off with EURUSD and then dive into the other major dollar pairs. By the way, if you have not yet checked it out, make sure to do. We have an Instagram vlog or story vlog online, so check out our Instagram page and yeah, you can see a little bit more of what we are up to over here in Austria. Now, starting off with EURUSD. EURUSD is currently consolidating. As you can see very clearly, it's just stuck inside of this range. It's not really moving, so I'm waiting to take any positions until further notice. Now, what I'm looking for, first of all, from a daily perspective, is pretty much nothing actually really has changed. All we understand is that the daily fractal is still bearish. We've pretty much seen a retracement in towards that 50% level, and from there we have started to drop down lower. Now, I am still bullish on the dollar and therefore bearish on EURUSD, as I expect the dollar to become stronger against the euro. Obviously, momentum is still bearish, so now we go down in towards the 4-hour time frame. And what do we look for then? Well, we look for our potential opportunity. Now, what I'm looking for here on EURUSD is for us to break this low over here. Once that low is broken, then I'm going to be super happy to look for further downside and further shorts here on euro dollar. Otherwise, we could just see another chop up, or yeah, for us to remain inside of this range. So just keep it in mind, waiting for this low to go, and then I'll have confirmation for sells. If we do see any further prices today on EURUSD, then obviously I want to see this area of supply get hit, from where I'll then be looking for a potential short. So either shorts again from this area over here, or after we break this low over here, then we see the retest of the supply created to then look for further downside. Again, guys, I do not look for buys when the daily is bearish and the daily is also fractal bearish, so therefore not interested in any longs at all, only interested in further shorts. Looking at the dollar index, the dollar index is still ready to push up higher in my personal opinion. We can very clearly see that we made a retracement into the overall daily sell before the buy up. We can see over here that we tap in and we move straight back out again. So for the dollar, again, guys, on the daily time frame, we can very clearly see that we are bullish overall. Therefore, no interest at all in looking for sells. I'm not trying to call the top whatsoever. For myself, it still just makes sense based on both the swing structure and based on the individual candlestick structure, which is also known as fractal structure. We are currently bullish in between this low, which we have over here, and this high over here. Now, it is a very minor retracement, but as we know, the dollar could just be that bullish that just continues up higher. Going into AUDUSD, AUDUSD, guys, an absolute beauty of an analysis. As we can see, you guys, we've been calling it pretty much all week, last week. AUDUSD sells on the table. I am not looking for anything else than sells, guys. And what we can see is that the fractal structure has been respected to absolute perfection. Look how beautifully we have now respected the overall order flow and seen the market push down lower. Again, we have the buy up before the sell down. The market retraces in towards that supply zone, and then from there it just sells off back down lower again. So again, only interested in sells. However, the overall move has already happened on Monday. So yeah, no further sells are really possible at this point in time. What's interesting to know is that the overall fractal structure has now shifted. So our overall fractal high is now this high over here, and this high broke this low over here. So therefore, what I'm now just looking for is very simply said a retracement in towards this area of supply before looking for any additional downside from AU. All right, so preferably back up in towards that weekly open. Let's see what the 4 hour is showing us. Let's see. So here on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that the fractal structure indeed remains bearish. Overall, what I would be looking at is, yeah, it's not very clear, I would say, the structure wise, but either this area of supply over here, or preferably we take out these two equal highs and then we push up in towards this imbalance and then we sell off from there. That would be the highest probability play, but then again, the dollar is still extremely bullish, so I don't know if we're going to see it. But if AU were to make any retracement, maybe with FOMC, then we would have the possibility of getting into a new position. But for now, again, only interested in sells, but yeah, the overall move has already happened, so we would need to see a pullback to get involved. Now, a pair that is actually very interesting is GU, and I'm looking for sells on GU, as you guys know, not looking for buys. Why? Well, because it's in my plan to only look for sells when first of all, the overall swing structure is bearish. So here we have the swing down, we have the retracement, and now I'm just looking for the next swing down. Now again, here you have an area of supply, so everybody's looking for either this area of supply or that 618 fib. However, we know, guys, we know that the market is already ready to sell off once we see a structure break here on the fractal side of things. So what we can see here on the daily time frame is that this is the fractal high, this over here is the fractal low, and we have already made a retracement into premium, guys. So above the 0.5 fib, we have made a retracement, and we've made a retracement into daily supply. So we've hit daily supply, we've pretty much come up in towards 618. We have the yearly and the monthly level over here, which we pretty much rejected. So now I'm looking for further downside. Now, in order to get an entry on this thing, I'm looking for one thing in particular, and that is to look for a structural shift here on the 4-hour time frame. So what I would need to see now is for us to break this black line. It is still the exact same plan as yesterday. Once that black line goes, boom, we get into those shorts, and we're looking for sells on GU. So as simple as that, okay? This is what I'm looking for. If this happens, we get into sells. Otherwise, again, demand could remain in control, and we just see a reaction to this demand zone, which pushes the market up higher. But with us tapping in towards that 618, in towards that daily supply zone, in my opinion, we could already be ready, but we just need this black line to break. So that's GU. Going into NU, so NZDUSD, NZDUSD pushed down lower, extremely bearish as well. You guys know it, have not been looking for sells any single moment in time. Again, the fractal structure has this as fractal high, and the fractal low is now going to be formed somewhere. We broke fractal structure over here. So again, we are bearish, and now all we need for a potential sell is for us to retrace in towards this daily buy up before the sell down. So that's now my area of supply that I'm looking at. So yeah, if we retrace, or if we see a retracement this week, that is a potential sell that I'm going to be looking at. We have some equal highs over here. Is the market going to come back up in there? I do not know, but if it does, I'll be happy to look for a sell opportunity. But as we know, yeah, everything is just super bearish on both NU and AU. So let's see if we do get any form of a retracement at all. We also have a weekly buy up for the sell down, which can act as an area of supply. So for myself, again, only interested in further downside from NU, no buys at all. There's no reason for me to go into the lower time frame, because for a lower time frame setup to occur, we need a higher time frame area of supply, which is definitely not where we're currently trading. We would need to see a pullback for that. Going into gold, last of all, I'm looking for buys on gold, but I need to see bullish confirmation first. As you guys know, and I explained this yesterday inside Discord Live, so if you're not inside the Discord server yet, make sure to join. What I was looking at here on gold was the fact that we had a fractal structure break, then again we had another fractal structure break. Then this is still our fractal low, and this currently is our fractal high. We've made a retracement in towards this area of daily demand, and now on the 4-hour time frame, I'm looking for bullish confirmation. So what do I need to see? I need to see this area of supply get broken, as this is the supply zone that is currently in control. Preferably, I want to see either this high over here, which is the early buying zone for myself, or this high over here get broken before looking for a long at all. Okay, so these are the two kind of trades that I'm looking for. Either we take the initial aggressive trade after just breaking the 4-hour fractal high, or we take the less aggressive trade, which is just breaking 4-hour structure over here. So this high, we see an order flow shift, and then we look for longs, okay? So those are the two setups I'm looking for. Otherwise, we could just continue down lower and lower as the overall 4-hour order flow remains bearish. So at this point in time, sells make sense. However, only from a lower time frame perspective, as the higher time frame is still extremely bullish for myself. We're inside daily demand, we're inside, let's say, 4-hour demand over here to our left. However, the 4-hour order flow is bearish, with structure being bearish as well. So it doesn't make sense to look for those longs on the higher time frame until we see, pretty much the bullish confirmation. So I'm just waiting for that. If that happens, we look for the longs. Personally, I'm not interested in sells, because for me to take a position, I need time frame alignment between the daily and the 4-hour. So that's what I'm looking for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing trading day, and we'll speak inside Discord. Thanks.